Welcome to Artfully Yours, where we explore art and design. Today we're going to be exploring the realm of graphic design, a field in which we explore creativity, storytelling, and solving problems through design. Today we have the pleasure to speak with Professor Petra, a seasoned graphic designer with extensive experience in not only graphic design, but also as a profession. She's also my professor. She's teaching me graphic design. Welcome, Professor Petra.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
We're going to start by asking you what first drew you into graphic design. How did you get into it? What were the influences?
Yeah,
so on.
Sure. So, every design has a story.
Yeah.
And I was really fascinated since day one by the fact that everything that has to do with art and design has a different story. It has the ability to solve problems, to evoke emotions, to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I really wanted to deep dive into this field, because I loved how powerful is the design and the art.
What introduced you to it? Like at first, how did you know like graphic design existed?
So I followed what I liked, which is the power of design.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done my research to see which major goes better with getting more skills,
Mm-hmm.
with playing with images, typography, layouts, compositions, ads, marketing, advertising, and I saw that graphic design is the one. Is the one. Yeah.
So you're not only pursuing it as a career, you also decided to teach upcoming generations about it. What made you that, passionate about like teaching it, not only learning it and excelling with it?
So let's start with the teaching. Teaching runs in the veins. It runs in the family.
Oh.
We are all teachers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So since day one, I knew that I wanted to be an educator.
Mm-hmm.
And educator with graphic design. Just this combination.
So
Yeah, and here I am, 14 years of teaching graphic design.
Wow, that's so inspiring.
Thank you.
What are some of the challenges that you faced during that journey? Like there are some challenges that you faced during your education, as well as like in the journey of becoming an educator also. I'm sure there's also like each section of your journey has its own challenges. What were some of the most challenging parts that made you, that impacted like your perspective, changed the way of thinking, changed the way of like you approach your design?
Throughout my journey,
Yeah.
my professional journey,
Yeah. After education, it's fun.
Okay, so when it comes to the professional journey, I was so young when I started teaching, and sometimes I used to teach students with disabilities. And it was really challenging and it was hard because it's kind of complicated the way they get you and the way they implement and create some designs. So it was a bit,
you had to like learn how every individual.
Exactly, because it was like sometimes a full class of different cases, and you should adapt and you should really understand how each student thinks, what is the best method maybe to use in order for them
maybe
to learn.
You want to be like more strict on that person than this person.
And sometimes you cannot be strict.
Yeah,
right?
true.
And by strict, I mean maybe asking for more, asking for something that is better. And sometimes you just need to understand that this is it. you know,
They
and
cannot give more.
they cannot give more, or they need more time to give more. And this was kind of challenging. And also, so when I started, I was the age of my students.
Oh.
It was kind of weird because, you know, I didn't really have experience, so I didn't know how to like communicate and interact with the students. And the students thought that I'm a friend, maybe. It's not like I'm a professor. So this was fun, but it was challenging because I needed to make more effort to...
You wanted to show them this picture that you're a professor.
Yeah, not
Even
a
if
student,
you're
not a
close in
friend.
age, but you're still a professor.
But at the same time, it helped because I know how they think, I know what they want, I know the way to approach them. It was like,
yeah,
you know?
So like, now you kind of like reflect on yourself. You know, when you were a student in college, do you like reflect, you know, I was once like them? So does that make
This
you
helps a lot.
understand,
This helps a lot.
like, does it like help understand like the way they think, you know, like their behavior?
A lot.
You know?
A lot. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that I don't ask for more. I mean, you know, you're my student. But yeah, I understand. And I always tell the students, please enjoy this journey. Because one day, the due date will not be your responsibility now. Or the due date won't be the nightmare anymore. You know, once you just leave, and you have everything, you have your career ready, you have more like life responsibilities. I mean, this is life. Yeah. So just enjoy this journey now, because one day you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. Yeah.
Now, coming to the most important segment in this podcast. Being in Dubai. Dubai is known to be like this technological place, and it's like fast-paced, it's evolving technologically and like in so many ways. So how can you see the future of graphic design in Dubai?
So it's not very easy for graphic designers to cope with everything that is happening, and especially like in Dubai, which is a world top hub. Graphic design here is very challenging, I believe, because the designers should be aware that they shouldn't be forgetting about the historical and cultural and religious background of the country, of the area. Yet, they should be working along with what's happening through AI, through AR, VR, and everything that is trendy, you know, especially that it's a fast pace here, and everyone is just in a hurry. Everything is just, yeah. So I believe this is very challenging for the designers, but I believe as well that having this fusion of authenticity and innovation together can reflect something beautiful, and like something, it can reflect, I believe, the originality of this country.
Yeah, because I feel even like back then with graphic designers that are traditionally taught, it was difficult for them even back then, because now at least we have an advantage to use like AI, maybe like we can get some inspiration.
They have ways.
You know? Yeah, like we have access to others. But back then they didn't have access
exactly
to like many resources.
So I don't know which one is more complicated, because I'll tell you why. Now with AI and this whole thing, everything is more competitive.
Yes, true.
It's more challenging, I believe. And I would like to add something. They also shouldn't be forgetting about the market's demands. The audience. So all this, but I mean,
following the audience's wants, needs.
Yeah, because I mean, you're selling to. I mean, you have a target audience.
Yeah, it's not up to you, Ian. It's a creative field, but it's not up to you.
Design is never in isolation. It always intertwines with cultures, with demands, with mindsets. You cannot create something that doesn't go well with the needs or with the mindset of your audience. Otherwise, you're not selling anything.
Yes.
Either it's an idea or a product. So
yeah. What do you have? What kind of advices do you have for the upcoming generations that are still learning and individuals that are going into the industry? Like myself, I'm gonna start internship this summer. So like, what kind of advice can you give us when we're going into the industry? Like a newbie in the industry of graphic design.
Don't stick to what you learned in university, because this is only a base. It's a strong base. It's the foundations. It's the fundamentals of graphic design, but it's nothing if you want to compare to what there is out there. So whatever you can learn, do it. Wherever life takes you, go, experience. If you don't like it, you can always change, because there is a lot of trends right now out there in the market, in the corporate life, in the real life. And you always need to keep yourself up to date. You need to, exactly, and you need to be in the loop of what's happening, because it's not only like Photoshop, Illustrator, and this course, right?
You have to keep up with the trends and what's going on.
Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Professor Petra, for that valuable insights.
Thank you so much.
And to our listeners, I hope this conversation provided you with new perspectives from someone who isn't only thriving in the industry, but also pursues it as a profession. And see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.